Staying up to date with technology is a vital habit any technical communications professional should have. Let's take a look at what this video will cover. First, we'll define what technological adaptability is and why it matters to this field. Then we'll go through 2 real-life examples of people who either failed in staying up to date or succeeded to do so. Lastly, this video will provide a few strategies you can take to stay adaptable in your career. So what is technological adaptability? According to Melanie McMichael, an instructor in UCCS who teaches TCID, this is the ability to learn technology quickly, without fear, and with confidence. She states it is a soft skill rather than the hard skills we associate with learning a particular software or coding system. It is a skill that will serve students throughout their careers, whatever shape technology takes in the future. Overall, there are 5 general levels when acquiring skills. The first level, or novice level, is where you have a very shallow understanding of the tech product. This means you may only know its name or general purpose, but you don't know how to operate it. The next level, named the Advanced Beginner, has a more basic understanding of what a product is and what its functions are. Compared to the novice, the Advanced Beginner has a slightly more experience and can perform simple tasks. The third level is titled the Competent level. This is where you have a substantial understanding of the product and you can utilize it on a more frequent or daily basis. The fourth level, or the Proficient level, is where you are considered a power user and someone with a more advanced level of understanding. You have knowledge on more hidden features of the software. Lastly, the Expert level has all the advanced skills and experience with added customization and troubleshooting skills. Throughout your career, your useful level of understanding for the product you'll only encounter will be around level 3, so don't worry if you don't know every function. So why is this all important? Overall, knowing the technology you'll be writing about in your careers will help you focus your work in making useful documentation. It will help you provide your best work that suits the user's needs the most. A good tech writer needs to be able to figure out how the average user will actually use the tech. Therefore, they need to focus their documentation on what the users will need most rather than focus on all the neat features of a specific program. Staying up to date keeps you useful to employers as well, and it can help you ensure stability in your careers. For this video, we interviewed a man named Sal Carliner, a professor at Concordia University, about his experiences and insight in the technical communications field. Along with other valuable advice, he spoke about people he knew in real life who he worked with in his technical communications career. Some will still work as tech writers today, but some unfortunately had to switch careers due to their lack of tech knowledge. These 2 examples will highlight one successful story and one unsuccessful story. Our first example will focus on a man who struggled to keep up with technology. This man worked for military documentation around the early 90s, around the time when PCs were switching from using SGML to HTML. Throughout his career, he didn't learn any new information regarding new technological practices, and therefore he struggled to stay useful in his working environment. Our second example will focus on a woman who made the effort to maintain her knowledge on current technology. This particular person worked as a consultant for information management systems. She kept up with the latest technology that the average user was using and understood that technology is just a tool. This means that she focused her knowledge on how the average person will use the technology and therefore documented accordingly. She avoided becoming a liability in the office, and her work helped soothe the work processes in her career. Here are 8 strategies that will help you stay up to date with technology. There are 2 general categories of these strategies, social and individual. We will first go over how you can connect with the community to stay adaptable. An excellent source of finding technological information is within communities. Attending events such as conferences and webinars can be great tools to stay updated. UCCS hosts events like these every now and then. If you're curious to find any that are happening soon, the university website is a good place to start, and your TechCom professors are also an excellent source. These events allow for connection and an exchange of ideas on new technology, current workplace issues, and more insight. Another way of staying up to date would be to try networking. By networking, you're able to have professional and academic connections to assist you in the field. Not only will it help you meet new people with a wide range of skill levels, but it will also boost your confidence in the professional realm. One important thing to remember is to value trusted connections over people who claim to be experts on a particular software. This means to distinguish people who talk about tech and how people use it, over people who take pride in knowing the complicated side functions of tech. Overall, developing trust with your connections is essential for your professional growth. Trusted connections will encourage continual interest and provide support within the field and workplace. A key takeaway in staying technologically adaptable is the understanding that it mostly comes down to your own individual efforts. One way to discover technology trends in your field would be to read online articles. Some reputable sources include Intercom Magazine and the Journal of Business and Technical Communication, or JBTC. Intercom Magazine is a part of the Publications Department for STC, or the Society for Technical Communication. Here you'll find solid advice on the many facets of your career field, including new developments and technological trends. JBTC is a more broad source because the articles are focused on general communication trends in the business, scientific, and government sectors. Visiting this site can be an effective way to stay updated on overall communication trends. Another great way to keep up with the technical communications field on your own is to listen to podcasts. Some good places to start listening to podcasts about TechCom would be Stitch.com's 10-Minute TechCom podcast series and Tom Johnson's I'd Rather Be Writing podcasts. For the 10-Minute TechCom podcasts, every episode features an interview with a professional within the field. This is a great opportunity to get a feel for how the career works. Tom Johnson's I'd Rather Be Writing podcasts feature specific TechCom topics that vary from usability tools to technology trends. This is a great resource to develop your footing within the field. Our last individual strategy to stay technologically adaptable will be looking at job ads. Some good sites to use would be LinkedIn and Indeed. These sites post open job opportunities that often list what employers are looking for in a potential employee. Analyzing the job's descriptions allows you to get a feel for what certifications or tech skills that you will need to know in order to be useful in most TechCom jobs. This gives you an advantage in that you need to know how best to build your resume. Okay, here's a review on what we've talked about throughout this video. In this video, we discussed the definition of technological adaptability as well as its importance in your future careers. We then described two real-life examples. The first featured an instance where someone failed to stay up to date, and the second one features a worker who was successful in staying adaptable. Lastly, we laid out various social and individual strategies that you can take to stay adaptable in your careers. So you might be wondering, why is this information important? As you enter the field, you will see the importance of audience analysis. It's important to know the purpose of the content you are making and if this information is going to be useful and or relevant. Staying technologically adaptable keeps you connected to your audience, and therefore that is why this is important to you as a future tech writer. Thank you for listening and have a wonderful day.